give it a second for people to join. Only 20 people. It's light today. All right, we'll give it a minute or two, let people join. But good morning, everyone. Just make sure I'm live on YouTube before someone yells at me that it's not. All right, let's go. Let's go through some charts first, and then we'll go through some deal exposure and see where we end up. We had a nice move yesterday on the 7,500 puts. I think a lot of us got these. But even if you had to chase them a little bit, they still went from like $1,100, $1,200 to about $9,000, which is insane. I think that's one of the more profitable plays I've done, especially on a FOMC Wednesday when the premiums are jacked because of the implied volatility. And I think everyone should be able to hear me, right? Let me know if you can't. Oh, there you go. Now you should have better audio. I had the wrong mic. All right, hopefully you can hear me now. Yeah, we had a pretty good day yesterday, despite all the volatility or the premiums being really expensive because of FOMC. And usually after FOMC around like 2:30, 3 p.m., the premiums drop by like 40%. I didn't see that drop yesterday, though. I will say the premiums were still elevated, but I think that's because the VIX is rising at the same time. So let's see where this ends up. I'm glad they're not signaling more and what they're going to say. So, we're going to be less hopefully event driven or driven by words, and hopefully more volatility comes into the picture, which I think it will. But we had a pretty good couple of days, honestly, even though we lost 2-3 trades. Overall, the gains have outweighed the losses by far. Okay, let's go through some charts. I want to go through VIX first. I think it's just going to stay elevated for longer, to be honest. This looks like a cup and handle. I think I went over this a couple of days ago, but this is your cup. This is your handle. I think it's going to break out towards like 21, 22 pretty easily. Micron looks good. This might be an easy short, might be an easy long. I don't know. But, this is also setting up like this head and shoulder pattern potentially. But I do like how this is setting up this cup and handle to go higher. Intel has done well. Some of us have leaps on this. I think let it cool off a little bit. Hopefully it fills this gap first before, going higher. So I like Intel puts for today. I don't know if I want to get them. Tesla, I'm not touching this. It just looks like accumulation. This one's been pretty hard to play the last couple of days. Like we had a nice move and then kind of just came back down. Now you're making lower highs and lower lows. So I'm not really interested in playing much there. SpaceX, I kind of just want to see if we come back down to this displacement. If we do, then great. I'm going to have something that I can work with. Otherwise, this one's kind of like tricky to play because you had a double bottom potentially. So I think this is setting up for a move higher, if anything. So I'm not interested in shorting this until I see a clear break below 183. Yeah, that's the one. Let's go through some indices and ETFs. I know it's OPEX. It's quite witching. So we have quarterly OPEX, weekly OPEX. It's like before a long weekend. They might chop all day. I don't know. But I do think this is setting up for a move higher. That's where my mind is. And I know a lot of you have seen those dealer charts are positioning around like 350, 730 on SPY. And I'm like, I don't think we're going to get there. I could be wrong. But I think it's going to be a day of short covering more than anything else. So I think we're going to squeeze higher. And this is also setting up like an inverse head and shoulder, at least on the 15-minute here. It's kind of small, but I want to see a clear break above 746 before I get any calls. SPX, same story. Right now, we're about to flip this displacement. If we do, which I think we're starting to, then you're likely to go towards like 75.50 today pretty quickly. QQQ, they moved the call wall down, which is weird. It's not happened that much. It's at 740 now. It used to be like 750. So let's see if this triggers that, short squeeze above that. This also looks like a nice cup and handle and inverse head and shoulder. Like if you see it, it's not perfect by any means, but it is there. So let's see if that wants to go higher. And IWM, I think the rate announcement yesterday, even though it's unchanged, but they might change it in the future, probably has a bunch of people spooked. But I do like how this is setting up. This is also a slow accumulation move up towards 297.50 type of a play there. So let's see if we get there. This is a prime rejection spot, so I'll be looking at getting puts unless we start closing above the midpoint there. But that's what I see on IWM, SPY, QQQ, and SPX. Some other charts I like. GPM, I've been on this for a while. Every week this looks pretty good, making higher highs, higher lows. It broke a uptrend that I had, and now you're kind of back within that. So I think this is just going to continue going up and up and up. The financials are catching bid, so I have a lot of hope for a pretty good move up on SPY and QQQ. But I do like how this is shaping up. Despite like to complete this head and shoulder pattern, got back down and retest this trend line before going back up. But I do like how that's looking. Apple should be catching bids if I remember right. This is also setting up like this nice double triple bottom. Yeah, you have a potential head and shoulder forming here, but I think it's going to break out of that pretty quickly. Algo call BA. BA probably looks good. Just worry about this double top or triple top, however you want to describe it. And all I got to do is just add a little level there. And if we break above that, which I think you probably will today, you're likely going to go towards like 242, 300, or this area again pretty quickly. That's basically your next target. It's a bit of a slow mover, so I do think that this might be interesting for like July leaps or August or September leaps. Maybe lining up with the holiday season and or the school season in September. So I like that. Snow, I agree. I was looking at this the other day. It looks pretty good as well for a move up. Nice bottoming formation. This has been setting up like it's almost like a flag, but like it's a slow moving one. So let it break out. I think it does. But this has been a nice zone to accumulate. Maybe, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times the charm. So we'll see where that goes. George is already panicking. He's like, oh, get some calls. I kind of agree with him. If I look at the dealer exposure here, it's kind of all over the place. You got 7,500, 7,400, and stuff in between. Not a lot of volume, at least not right now. This might change it open, or probably will change it open, hopefully. But one of the things I've really liked doing with George is just whenever I see a buy and forget print, which is now going to hopefully show up in a new channel, I'm just going to take those full size. They work like 9 out of 10 times. So they should show up on the 0DTE Apex. And yesterday we had a nice print of the 7,500 puts. When the dealers or market makers got into it, they were about 1,800 bucks. So even on the original entry, you could have got an 8x play. And then I think I entered them at like 1,100 bucks. And even these went in the money, that's 7,460. So multiple opportunities to get into those plays. And these ended up working as well. They weren't the most profitable, but still got like 100% on these calls when I was playing them earlier in the morning yesterday. So overall, market will do what it wants to do, but I am optimistically bullish for the time being. Like we're already starting to break out of this area. So I'm just going to hit calls that open. I got to take a call at 10 a.m. So I want to be done mostly trading by then. I might just get the 7550s and see where they go. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then c'est la vie. I'll make it up on the next one. All right, we got 5 minutes to market opens. NQ, it's just going to break out. This is going to break out. That's going to break out. This might be a bull trap, and then they'll sell it off at 10. I don't know. But if I can be done by then, I'm happy. Oh, I was seeing if there's any chat messages. There are, but nothing too promising. DRAM, yeah, it's probably gonna just squeeze. 72 calls that I had are already in the money, which I should probably sell so I don't get assigned. Not that it would be the worst thing in the world to get assigned, but I have $60 leaps for DRAM that are up quite a bit. And I don't see the reason to get assigned at 72 when I can buy it at 60, you know? Oh, apparently I already sold them. Nice. Okay. One stock that does look good to me, which is kind of like under the radar for a lot of people, is Ford. This looks like a pretty good chart to me. You're yeah, we have a bit of a downtrend going on there, but you've come back into this zone that kicked off this entire move up. So I like the risk and reward on forward calls, like the 14.5, 15 calls, like a week or two out, might be pretty good. So we'll see where those go. And I really like the airlines as well, like AAL. I think I mentioned this like a couple days ago, but this is looking like it's going to go. One thing to keep on your radar is USO. I know it's making lower highs and lower lows, and we've broken this line of support at 119, which is that strong area. But keep it on the radar. Like if we start bouncing at 110, 100, these are really cheap hedges to play. And Oscar looks good as well. I already have leaps on this. I kind of want to add more, especially now. UNH, I already have some July calls. I might add to them again because they're like, I had a nice 300% on these. But I like the 410 calls for July, or maybe even the 415s for August. I might get some of those. Now, I think Sean was shorting this. But this is looking like it's an inverse head and shoulder to me. So let it come back down a little bit and then kind of go up from there. You can carry a startup position for 100 calls for like end of July, maybe even end of June, or maybe get the 110C leaps, or like the 113C, whatever it might be, for January 2027. So I like how this is looking. No, we're not touching Microsoft, but Microsoft also has a similar story, and then Oracle, which I'm not going to touch ever again because I got bagged so hard on the earnings calls. I think they're just going to sell this off, honestly. I think this is just accumulation to continue selling it off slowly. When I see a 45-degree angle like this, like that's just institutions saying, hey, get me the hell out of this. It's literally so clean. But I can't fight the big dogs, you know? And the market opens in about 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm holding bags as well. And we'll see where this wants to go. Tesla might run today if you want to lot of some calls. Like the 408s, 410Cs. I might just take a couple and see where they end up. And if they work, they work. If not, then whatever. Do not oversize today, please. I say this every week, especially on a quad witching day before the long weekend. Just don't oversize. I don't want to get DMs saying, oh, I got bagged, or yeah, don't say like I got bagged or I lost money. I'm like, cool. But you know, when we give out bangers like 900% plays like yesterday, I don't get any DMs. Anyways, let's see where this goes. I'm gonna have to keep the chat open there and then George open here on the bottom. 7,500 calls, dude. Those are in the money, man. And don't overtrade. If you're green, just take the win and move on. I've seen some of you overtrade and lose money after being green in the morning or like afternoon, whatever it might be. For some reason, I got Monday calls. That's weird. Huh. Yeah, these premiums are juiced. All right, this is what I'm going to do. 755/530C lotto at 1030 per con. Don't oversize that here. Try to get the same, if not better, fill. Or you can get the 7540s at 750 or 700, sorry, and then 7550s at 410. Or take 7540C at 600, 7550C at 400. Don't oversize. I really want to be just done by 10 so I can move on with my life. Watching position. Yeah, move calls are coming in. Nice. Go. Oh, these are for today. Oh, that's crazy. And then SPY calls are coming in. Cool. You can probably get this on a discount, by the way. Like I just want to be done with this and move on. Oh, they're only $800. Nice. Hold on, let me update this. Sorry, 770. And I'm looking at the wrong date probably. These are now very cheap at 5. And these are very cheap at 3. Let them accumulate. I just want to see what Tesla's doing. The first 15-minute on Tesla is always fake, so I just want to see what that does.
Watching position.
Damn, all the prints are coming in right now. That's crazy. Yeah, they're hitting SPY calls. I get that. Oh, and then I hooked up the zero DTE tickers. If you want to play like zero data tickers, they don't show up on the SPX page anymore, or the SPX channel. They'll show up in this one instead. Wow, they're just hitting calls off the open. That's rare.
Watching position.
Dun, 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 dun. I might just mute this channel because I don't really play that many tickers. AMD calls. Suspicious. Nice. DRM calls work. DRM is sometimes free money. Not always, but sometimes.
Watching position.
And if they sell it off, they sell it off. But I have some hedges in place anyways. I sold most of the 7,500 puts that I swung from Tuesday for today. Yesterday when I got that 9x, I was like, I'm just going to take the win. I still have a couple of them, so I'm just going to see where we end up. Oh, these are $400 now. Nice. I'm just gonna put the marriage line trade. You can get these at a discount.
Position.
All on discount by 100. Still early. I'm just gonna wait until probably like 9:45 before I decide to like either add to this or take a different strike like that's closer to the money, or at the money rather. NVIDIA calls, what? No, yeah, I can see that working. Higher high, higher low. Once I gotta figure out this, why is this stream so laggy? Or maybe just my computer, I don't know. Just gonna wait until 45 and then I'll decide what to do. Nice upside exposure, just really thin volume. I'm just waiting for this formation to complete so we can get a nice inverse end shoulder there. Tesla zero data puts. Yeah, that probably work. I still want to chase it here. I really don't. When you're already down, what is it, like 0.5%? No, 2% almost. I have zero interest in chasing those. Yeah, there's no volume. Like 2 billion, 1 billion, 300. That's nothing. Yeah, it went well. Thanks for asking. Nice. The only thing that's stopping me from buying puts are all these calls coming in right now for NVIDIA, AMD, QQQ, SNDK, although they're hedging them with some puts as well. 100K versus 3 mil. I think it's more bullish than bearish. And we'll see what else we get. I get 30s at like 460. I don't know. Those look pretty good to me. They're calling my name. Market's only been open for 7 minutes. All right, let's see if they start building the upside volume. I don't know why he's saying 7,600 target. That makes no sense. That's like a 2% move, right? From here to 7,600 is what? Yeah, almost a 2% move. It's doable, actually. Could get there today. Wow, there's just no movement. All right, slowly building upside. These puts are almost out. I suspect this is the bottom for Tesla. That's what I'm thinking here. It's like this zone's been defended a couple times. Let's see if this goes up. It probably will. Let's hide the VIX one for a second. $380 on Tesla. That's a pretty big drop. Let's go measure that out. From here to 380, it's what, a 4% move? Yeah, almost 4.5. Crazy. Doable, I guess. Oh no, there's some Middle East news coming out. Shit. Maybe get some oil calls. Let's see if you're still starting to rise. Oop. Okay, so they're not buying it. That's a good sign. Yeah, I might get stuck again. The 30s just went back up though. I kind of like the 20s at 580, 570. Yeah, I agree. Nvidia looks like it's gonna go. Plus, it lines up with the institutional calls that started coming at the same time. Oh man, it's raining like crazy here. Yeah, I like the Apple one, zero data calls. Probably gonna go. And then Intel, I think it's gonna start selling off if it's not already. Oh no, it's gonna fly. Cool. That's neat. Let's go see what SpaceX is doing. It's one of the other things that bothers me. SpaceX just took all the liquidity. Like if you look at the number of shares being traded here, 36 million shares. Go to SPY. It's like 4 mil. It's nothing. That's nothing. That could be like one guy. Yeah, there's the Intel calls, Micron calls, Intel calls. All right, that's what the volume is. Okay, well. Wait, why are they buying in the money calls for July 2nd? Weird. And they sold the calls. Interesting. Yeah, NVIDIA calls are coming in on the institution side as well. I think we saw a couple come in this morning. Marvel calls. Ah, interesting. It's for September though, so I got a lot of time there. And NVIDIA calls $3 million of the 207.5. Those are in the money almost.
Watching position.
I gotta change that voice so it's something else. Maybe an audio file. Institution's buying. All right, let's go. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. Half size. I really don't want to chase butts. I got 7500p hedges. Might be early. I'm gonna watch one more minute. Give it a sec. Oh no, it's gonna go. Fuck, this happens every single time. Uh-oh, George saying close calls. What the fuck? Okay, well, never mind then. These are green by like a little bit. I don't know if anyone got in. I don't think you did. These are green, but looks kind of dumpy now. You know what? If I get puts, it'll be towards 7,400. Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing as guy. 7,400 puts might actually make a lot of sense. Cut calls. Don't oversize, please. Took a few 7,400 puts at 400 that here. Wow, the premium shot up on those puts. Wow. Damn it, George. Damn it. Wow, it's really coming down out there. I don't know if you can hear the rain here. It's chaos. The 7,400 puts are back at entry, by the way. So you should get filled at the same strike or the same amount, if not lower. Why is Nvidia going? I don't get that. Oh, there's a rejection on Intel. All right, gap fill, and then I'll get some calls on Intel. And Tesla, I wonder if it's bottomed out. Undercut and rip. Wow, this rain is insane. Holy crap. It does for you, Egg. It does for you. The 7520s, by the way, I still have a bunch of these. But I got the higher strikes. I'd rather just take the one that are almost at the money. These went back to entry, and they're up about 560 now. These are still green. Or let's see if this holds. If this holds, I'm gonna get some Tesla calls. Or if it flips 389, I'll get some Tesla calls as well. Wow, just timing as well. I was just saying, if this holds, which I think it will, this is gonna bounce up towards 400 pretty easily. So I might get some Tesla calls as well. I don't know. I feel like they're just going to pump it, but maybe I'm wrong. Let me just go see how the Tesla calls are shaking up. Whoa, DRAM calls are up so nicely. Wow. What the fuck? This is a 500% play on these DRAM calls. Sorry, 800% DRAM. Wow. Wow. I gotta share this. Hold on. DRAM 72C weeklies. 875% play, y'all.
Dude, it was 1,000% from my entry last week at 0.30.
Yeah, you got a better entry. Mine was like $11 or something.
So nasty.
Dude, what the fuck? That ran so hard. I was not expecting that. All right, George is both. Oh, what the fuck? Ah, man, I should have stuck with my original thesis of getting calls. This is amazing if anyone tail these. When did I post these? Oh, yeah, these are up really nice. Hold on, let me just reply and say I'm going to exercise these right now. I got them for 2026? What? I got plenty of time then. What the hell? Gonna exercise early, but these are now 2250 per con from 1000. Did I get that right? Yeah, 2250. Boom, done. Yeah, so honestly, like the trade now stuff on George,
Watching position.
it works way better than like my trades, frankly, because it pays better. All right, Tesla 400C 0DT Lotto at 58 per con. Yeah, I know, Mooseless. This is the one day you don't take the Tesla calls, and these are going to go up like 8x probably. It always happens. It's always the plays you don't take, huh? I would never tell you to full port. I full port all the time because I like the risk. The Tesla calls are $50. Like you can afford a loss of $50. Just take one, see what happens. All right, Hawkeye got them at 50. He's up 10%. Not bad. Oh, you're up 20% almost. Oh, cool. That's 60 now. George's panicking, time to get calls. Come on, trade now. Oh, why is there so much upside volume? What? Did y'all see that? For like a split second, they had like a lot of upside volume. Okay, if nothing happens by 10, I will stop the stream because I'm getting bored at this point in time. Is Sean an intern? All right, I'll make you an intern. You should have access now. I don't think it's a promotion. I think it's a demotion, if anything. I know. Now he'll be able to see everything that we talk about on the intern stuff, which is usually complaining about Neek and Sky and like how bad of a traders they are. No, I'm joking. We never say that. Just go. Come on. I know you want to go up. Just go. Go. Why did you have a Bears at Georgetown? Are you a Bear, Sean? I don't like Bears. I mean, Bears do well when they do well. When you have a long bias on ES and SPX, I just can't fight that instrument. My only concern is this head and shoulder pattern right now. Oh yeah, actually, I don't know if I went over this, but the thing that concerns me right now is this head and shoulder pattern. But this is now a higher high and a higher low, at least in the last couple of days. So they're still setting up a move up. Whether that happens today or not, I don't know. It's also like OPEX, so it might just be slow. Okay, NVIDIA calls probably work there. I don't want to chase those. This is also stuck in orb. Nothing's happening there. This is also stuck in orb. Nothing's happening there. I'm just going to take the body. I don't care about the wicks. Nothing happening here. 74.50 pin. That's not a bad strike for put. Come on, just give me a trade now card so I can show people how it works. Tesla puts are really expensive. I don't know why. They're really expensive. Like, I don't even think it's worth it. The 380s are 76 bucks or 80 bucks. And then to get an equivalent like cheap strike at 377.5, but not a lot of volume on those, so I don't think it's worth taking it. Okay, go up. Go up. All right, I'm gonna end the stream because I gotta go take a call. But calls should work. They'll come back in like 10 minutes probably, because whenever I end the stream, it just moves. So I'll see y'all in a bit.